Oh yeah, it's one of those days. Good old coffee. All right, guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. Well, first, I want to apologize for being away so much. I am putting in a lot of hours at work, and I hopefully expect you guys to be doing the same, especially with what's going on overseas right now. Should be a pop-up there for you. Looks like the U.S. sent in 2 F-16s, and they did missile strikes in Syria. Yep. So now, according to the article, and I'm surprised I haven't seen many of the mainstream news cover this, or the YouTubers, is that this is retaliation for all the drones and missile attacks on U.S. bases. That's been Iran and stuff like that. Iraq, I'm sorry. And they've been able to trace it down to this group in Syria. Yeah. Personally, I don't think it has to do with any of that. Now, of course, they're saying we have a right to defend our troops and everything else, and absolutely, we do. 100% agree with that. But I'm seeing everything else going on with the carrier groups. You know, I believe we have like 40, there's like 70 some warships in the Persian Gulf, Mediterranean Sea, you know, that the whole area there. We've got a lot of ships moving in. I think it's like 40 of them are U.S. ships. The rest is NATO, Italian, I think it's another one. Yeah, a lot of military massing up. All for a couple drone attacks. Embassy, remember the stuff going on with the embassy there in, you know, Iran? I'm sorry. Yeah, Iran. It's been a long day, guys. It really has. This all has to boil down with World War III. That's what it boils down to. You know, guys, we saw the whole push with Ukraine, Russia. I mean, that's still going on. They didn't pop off. Now we got Israel and Hamas. And now we got ships going in. Israel is not a NATO member. They're a non-NATO ally of the United States. I want to discuss some things with you guys. Now, one, I want to say you need to be prepping as much as possible. But I'm seeing the rhetoric being pushed and the division here in America. You know, I watched this group. It's a LGBTQC3PO, whatever your acronyms are, protest in Israel, standing with Palestine and Hamas and Hezbollah. Hey, numbnuts, you do understand that if they come across you in their country, they will stone you to death because you are part of the LGBTQC3PO whatever. Their religious belief is that they need to stone you for being gay. But make sure you keep supporting the people that want to kill you. Makes a lot of damn sense, doesn't it? This whole world doesn't make any sense. It don't. You know, I'm sitting there looking at people in Congress supporting this. Hezbollah is a terrorist group. Hamas is a terrorist group. We got Ilhan, Congress lady, supporting it. What happened to our country? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to really look at your food stocks, your preparedness level. I want you to sit down with your family and discuss the things that are going around. Everything that we're seeing overseas right now, everything we're seeing here in our country, all the protests, the group. I mean, it's this protest of this anti-Israeli, pro-Hamas, Palestinian stuff. I want you guys to actually discuss this stuff with your family and ask, look into it. If this stuff was to hit our streets here in America, are we ready for it? Now to the yahoos, I've got 1,000 rounds. I'm ready for anything. Hold my beer. There's a time and place for everything. And do I believe you need to have self-defense? Absolutely. But self-defense only goes so far. Let me clarify that. You already know the comments are going to be coming in. You don't know what I'm capable of. Right. When you have a conflict go off, Yeah, you need to have self-defense, but you also have enough wisdom to get out of a situation, because odds are they're armed too. Just because you have a firearm does not make you Rambo. When you're shooting at them, guess what? They're shooting back at you. And if you're in a stationary position, like shooting outside your window or your front porch, and they are not standing all in a line, you have multiple trajectories coming at you at many different angles. Trajectory, angle, yeah, that's the same thing. So while you're shooting at one target, you got 11 other ones shooting at you from different angles. So really, the geometry of it should tell you you're not Rambo. 1 versus 11 is not good odds. But to each their own. So having a self-defense tool is very important, but you need to have a get the hell out of Dodge plan, a bug out plan. Firing off a couple shots to get your family covered or get them a way out, get the other people to bury their head for a minute while you haul ass, yeah, it's a good idea. Many of us would rather stay at our home as much as possible than bug out, myself included. But as a prepper, I still have to prepare for if I am overrun in my location. If it gets too hot, I have to go. For the individuals like to say, well, that's a coward's way out. No, it's actually harder to be on the run all the time. How do I know? I did it for a year and a half. Yeah. So when I'm actually discussing this stuff, it's because I'm speaking from experience. All right? Running out there and getting shot up, to me, is the coward's way out. Trying to protect your family, keep taking care of them during shit hits the fan, is one of the toughest things that's going to be out there. But that's just my views on this. If you got another view, please start a YouTube channel and enlighten us all with your intellectual knowledge of things that you have not done. So what I want to encourage all of you guys to do is put food back, make plans, get water filtration, medical. You guys know the drill. We've done this stuff so many times in preparation for wartime scenarios, SHTF in many different forms. Same rules apply. Get that stuff stockpiled up. When this goes into full-blown World War III status, and we are going to, guys, I don't have any factual stuff for you. I'm just looking at it. This is my only opinion. We are on the verge of a powder keg. Everybody's moving in. Like I said, the ships. Over 70 warships. You know, I also read that China, should be a pop-up there if I remember, if I found it correctly. They sent 3 warships in too. Yeah, I think they're in the Mediterranean. Look at that, China's in there too. Everybody's staging up for something major. You and I cannot control what's going on over there in the sandbox. What we can control is what we're doing for our family. All right? What plans we have in place, what plans we are utilizing and going through, preparing, training for. Stockpiling food. It's one of the easiest ways to do things, but you gotta have a way out too. All right? I don't care if you're getting the long-term food store stuff. I don't care if you're going to Dollar Tree to get canned food and dry goods. I started there too. Whatever it is, when you are starving because there is no food, or supply lines have been shut down, or everything is so overly priced you can't afford it, yeah, a bag of rice from the Dollar Tree tastes just as good as a $20 bag from Walmart or Trader Joe's or wherever. Food's food. All right, you have to have food to survive. I will address again the misconception here on the internet chat rooms and forums I see all the time. You need, this is what they say, because they're experts apparently. You need to starve yourself down to 900 calories a day. That way when shit hits the fan, you will look like you're starving and they won't know you have food. If you're eating only 900 calories a day, you are starving. Yeah. You're on the verge of your body actually eating muscle away and also healthy fats and things around your organs. You want to eat. That way when you have to run or fight, you are clear-headed, you are fully fueled. I've come to the epiphany. I've come to the factual breakdown of why these people type this shit in. It's because they don't do a damn thing. Anybody knows that has ever done physical labor, they're even part of their life, knows that you have to eat. If you don't eat, your body breaks down, especially when you are constantly doing. You have to eat. So during SHTF, eat. For those, well, they'll come to your house. You're going to have to fight either way. This whole stupidity concept I see on YouTube, well, I will just gray man it out. I'll wear fat clothes that people will think I've lost a lot of weight. No, they won't. You can look at someone's face and tell if they're starving. You can look directly in their eyes. You can see the gauntness in it if someone's starving. How do I know this? Because I've seen that. I've been around it. I've done aid to homeless shelters. I've been all over the place in my life. And I've seen it when people are hungry. And I mean, they're hungry not because they missed a meal, because they haven't eaten a meal in 4 to 5 days. I've seen people in starvation. So for the thought process that all you have to do is wear oversized clothes and people will pass you by because they think that you've lost too much weight and obviously you're starving, is complete horse crap. That's, yeah, I'm telling you right now, because when I see somebody doing that and they look fully fed, it looks like they can't afford any new clothes because, yeah, those clothes are way too big on them. I can see that they're healthy. I can look right in them. And so can other people. These comments are setting you up for failure, is what it is. Don't fall victim to this stuff. Don't fall victim to this stuff that we're seeing coming to our front doorstep. Get your family in order. Get prepared for it now. Move your stuff too. Don't keep it all in one spot. Move that stuff. Bury some if you have to. Put it in another location. My stuff, spread all out. Why? I've had a house fire. I've had to move quick. You don't want to leave everything all at once. This is where it comes down to people say, well, I'll just die on my front door, because they have all their supplies there. If they go anywhere else, one, they don't have any survival skills. They don't do any training outside of just sitting at their house typing away or shooting at a paper target that's only 30 meters away. You need to be preparing as much as possible. I don't believe we're going to have a major conflict on our front door, as in fighting in the streets between Russians, Hamas, China, Iran. Iran. I don't believe that's going to happen here. But if it did, do you think that you're fully prepared for that? Are you? I mean, I'm not talking about modern warfare video gaming right now. I'm talking about hitting the bush, days on end, minimum gear, very little sleep. And now you're going to do long distance shooting. You're going to do tactical, that still came out wrong because it just sounds stupid when I say it. Tactical training. Knife hand. But you're not training. But you're ready. The only way to be ready for it is to actually be training. You know, when I see people leave comments and stuff about the military, well, I'm ready to take on the military. The military is training nonstop. Now, I will say this much from some of the stuff I'm seeing about our new woke military. You know, just call them he or she instead of they and them, and they might have a breakdown. I'm exhausted, I know, and I do apologize for my rant and ravings. Like I said, it's been a little bit since my last video. I am working so many hours right now, and I encourage you guys to be doing the exact same. Whatever you got to do to make sure you fill up those holes in your prep line, do it now. Because when this stuff pops off major, you ain't going to the store and buying what you used to buy. Look at, everyone screams about Walmart being Chai Mart. Where else are you going to buy groceries? All right, if you actually look into them and find out where they're getting their supplies from, most of it's coming from overseas anyway. You just have a hated group that just nothing, you just don't like Walmart. That's fine. Dollar store, it's coming from China. Save-A-Lot, China. Publix, a lot of it's coming from China. Canned goods, dry goods. It's being imported in. Yeah. For those, well, I only support my farmer's market. That's good. I'm glad you have a farmer's market to go to. Most of us don't. That's the problem. local farms, stuff like that, non-existent in most of the areas. And I do mean like within a 70-mile radius. So if you got a farmer's market that you can do stuff with, and you got farmers you can deal with butchering cattle and stuff like that, awesome on you. That's great. The other 93% of Americans don't have that option. So we'll go to Walmart, do whatever we have to stockpile for our family. Encourage you guys to be doing the same. All right, guys, I have got to get some rest. I think I'm off this upcoming Tuesday. I will probably get called in to work again. My last day off, I got called in to work because they needed a CV axle pulled, and they called Joe. So I'll probably have to work again. Yeah, I'm beat. All right, guys, appreciate you hanging out here with me. I'm tired. I'll catch y'all later.